guys, welcome back or welcome to The Secret Life of Jaxie and Cadence, the podcast. We have lots of sponsors and a lot to talk about today, so let's get into it. Our first sponsor is the Nickeljack Foundation.
Our second is Journey Within Counseling.
And Duolingo, but not really.
Actually sponsor us.
Yes, Duolingo, we love you. Okay. First thing.
It's my eyeball. Okay.
First thing we want to talk about. Girlhood and what it is.
Okay. So, there's a lot. Girlhood is like being a girl and having a full childhood, or even if you were poor as a kid, but you still had a childhood. Everyone did. And
no matter if it was good or bad.
No matter if it was good or bad, you still had a childhood. But it's basically the process of growing up and different things that you did. So, for example, I loved princesses. Princesses was like my girlhood. Or if you want a good example of girlhood, like a movie, the Barbie movie.
Yeah, the new one. Margot Robbie, so hot. Ryan Reynolds. Not Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Gosling.
He's a cutie, but not in that movie.
Not in that movie. Like, he played a good Ken, though.
Yeah. Did he? He played a good Ken.
Okay, this is not a Barbie movie review, though.
Yeah, it's not, guys. If you want that, let us know.
If you want that, tell us in the comments.
Or email me.
Or follow us, our official Instagram account.
Yeah, or our official TikTok account. That we'll put our stuff right here, guys. And if you're listening on Spotify, which I don't know if you are, but if you're listening on Spotify, check out our YouTube. You might like it.
Yeah,
because you get to see our gorgeous, stunning faces.
Okay. Are we done with girlhood?
Yeah, I think it's just basically, if you want girlhood, look it up on social media and watch the Barbie movie and just think about what you did as a childhood. Like,
even if you're a guy, you could experience girlhood.
Yeah.
Just watch the Barbie movie and eat popcorn and cry. Like, that's what girlhood is.
Yeah.
Okay. Living alone as a woman.
Okay, so we're both gonna get into this.
Yeah.
So we're gonna talk about things that we think you might need if you're living alone, as a woman, especially in a big city, but just in general.
I want to live in Toronto.
I want to live in New York. Or Paris.
Big city babes.
Yep. So I think that definitely something is that you need one of those spare locks that you can attach to your door. You can find them on Amazon, but they're just an extra lock so no one can get in.
Security cameras.
Oh yeah, that's a big one.
Keep your car keys beside your bed, so like if somebody's breaking in, you can like push the emergency button and your car starts flashing so it wakes your neighbors up.
I like that one. Like a taser, and like a big knife that you can keep near you, but have it in a good hiding spot.
Yeah.
Or if you have a gun, have it in a good hiding spot that no one's gonna check if they break in.
If you can legally have a gun.
If you can legally have a gun, or if you can get your gun license, whatever. A little keychain thing, you can find them on Amazon.
Mace.
Even.
Mace.
Yeah.
If you are allowed to carry mace where you live, carry it.
Or bear spray. But
bear spray is a great alternative if you can't.
Yeah, that's definitely something that's my mom has some. It's just because in Canada it's not legal.
Yeah.
So, dog spray,
bear spray, all that kind of stuff.
Is that it? Yeah. But yeah, so definitely get one of those keychain things that's like, it has a bunch of different little mini hidden weapons, a door opener.
Yes, like safety keychain. Yeah. There's that girl on TikTok. I love her so much.
I love her. You guys probably know who we're talking about though. Body dysmorphia. Ooh, this is a heavy topic.
Okay. Trigger warning. If you don't want to hear about this, skip a minute ahead.
I'll just put like a little time thing here.
Yeah, what time to skip to.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get into this. So I suffer from body dysmorphia.
As do I.
And it's just really hard when you like think you're so fat, and then you're like, wait, I'm actually hungry. So then you go eat, and then you're like, wait, I'm actually fat.
Then you're like fully mucking, and
then you're bloated, and then you're like, oh my god, I'm actually
fatter.
So fat.
And then like, or sometimes you'll look in the mirror, you'll look at your stomach or your body or whatever you're insecure about, and you'll just cry. Or people around you might say something that you're insecure about, that they don't even know,
or that you didn't even know you were insecure about.
Yeah, like, or sometimes you'll have the stupidest insecurities that people around you think are stupid, so they'll laugh at it. But to you, that's a big
Be
insecurity.
all, end all.
Yeah. Or like today, my dad was like, "You ate this, you ate this, you ate this. Like, you ate this. Like, why are you eating so much?"
That is so not cool.
Yeah. Or, my friend, she is skinnier than me, but she pointed out how flat-chested I am.
I point out how flat-chested I am, but that's only because I do it. It's only fine when I do it.
It's only fine when I do it. If I look at you, I'm like, Jaxie, you're so flat-chested. Like, that's not gonna be like, that's, yeah, exactly.
Like, I'm
someone's gonna get curb stomped. So
Like-
yeah. And
I
then,
don't want to name drop here, but
and on that, no, men's standards are incredibly high.
yeah, and we have such low standards, guys. Guys, come on, like, why do we have to look so good, but men can look like total slobs and we'll still be in love with them?
Like, they'll look like they're homeless creatures that snuck onto Earth.
But we have to look like Margot Robbie in the Barbie movie,
Or like Jessica Alba.
or Pamela Anderson,
Or Taylor Swift.
or
Megan Fox.
Victoria's Secret Angels,
Adriana Lima.
Charlie's Angels,
Or like models. Like, we're
like Kylie Jenner,
Kendall Jenner.
Khloe Kardashian,
Exactly.
like
Zendaya. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Ariana Grande,
Oh yeah. 100%. But anyways,
that one girl on Pinterest with blonde hair.
the prettiest girl in the world that the kids in my class would always look up, even my boyfriend, and I always got insecure. It was in 4th grade. Anywho.
The prettiest girl in the world is you, Pookie.
Thanks, Pookie. No, the prettiest girl in the world is you, Pookie.
What's that, Pookie?
Ow, my earring! I see Jesus. That hurt worse than getting my ears pierced. Wait, no, I didn't get pierced. I pierced them myself.
Sorry, guys. Okay, can we continue?
My seconds and my thirds.
I tried to riz you up, Pookie. Pookie, what's that? Treat me like pretty. Okay, sorry, guys. Technical difficulties.
Okay. Yeah, so they expect us to look incredibly, like, beautiful. With,
And, like,
flawless.
flawless.
With, like, a massive guts. And, like,
And
a
big
flat stomach. And, like,
tits.
big boobs. Like, just this incredible thing. And it's, like, that's not realistic. Look for men of God. Women, I tell you, because they're not allowed to look for anything physical. They have to go mental.
Or those guys who like all body types.
They're always so fake, though. They're always so fake.
Yeah, but like
They're like,
also-
I like fat rolls.
no, you don't.
No, you don't. You don't.
Find a man that will though. Find you a man that will.
Yeah, but then they usually end up being really ugly. Which watch our
That's
last.
fine. That's
Listen
fine.
to our last podcast if you want to hear us talk about ugly men and our bad experiences with them.
But I'm just like thinking like, yeah, I don't know what to say. Okay.
But men's standards. And another thing about that is parties. Men's standards at parties, they'll make out. They'll be like, I want to make out with a girl. Like, this guy wanted to make out with you.
We
They didn't end up making out because,
I was crying, but that's fine.
yeah, she was upstairs in my room crying. But on that note, we're going to talk about my party, my Halloween party.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Let's debunk it.
Okay. So,
Water break.
get a sip of your water, guys.
If we ever sip water in this podcast, you sip. your water.
you sip water.
That was so loud.
A while back, I'm talking October 28th, I was like, so I had a party that night. It was from 8 till 11, whatever. I invited,
Invite only.
it was like invite only. It was like, you have to RSVP or else you're not being let in.
That didn't happen.
That did not work out well. I had like
200 people later.
200 people showed up to a party that I was like 30 people.
30 people.
Actually, I realistically, I was like 80 people are going to come. Like maybe 100 max, but we're just going to deny people in.
Oh, but then we denied these people, these guys, and they were like just
Yelling
like,
at us. They stayed at my door.
Yeah, and they kept
placing
calling
bets.
us like the N word and stuff. And like that one girl was so sweet though. Like she was
Yeah.
like, we don't know you, but like you can come in. Like you're so sweet. Like she was so sweet.
Yeah, so
I
we
know
were
her
all,
name.
like,
I go to
stressed.
school with her.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, we denied the first group that came.
And they got let in, but
They
they turned out being really nice.
Yeah, they ended up being really nice, and my mom was talking to them because my parents had to come and help. I'll
Crowd
talk about that.
control.
Crowd control, yeah. So there was like 100 kids out on my driveway. The police ended up coming.
Oh, that was so fun.
That was the whole thing. It was like literally straight out of a movie.
But it's not a good party unless the cops get called, is what my dad told me when I got in the car.
And I actually talked to a kid at my school because there was another party like the weekend after that. It was a Halloween party after Halloween.
On the Friday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was gonna go.
Yeah, it was Kyle's party.
Yeah.
That's where a lot of people had their first kiss. Or my ex-best friend got drunk as a skunk. Is what people say. And she fell off a deck. But like, it's okay. It's okay. I ended the friendship with her like a day before.
Yes! Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, we're just, yeah.
Yeah. She's a ginger, so it doesn't matter. Anywho, so there was like 200 people, and it was really stressful, and there was, the basement reeked. We decorated it, but all the decorations ended up on the floor by the time we were done.
It was actually so sad. We spent 7 hours decorating.
Yeah, but the punch got like
spiked.
drugged. It got
Spiked with Bacardi. We drank it. This guy that I was like, my ex. Yeah, my ex.
Your kind of ex.
My kind of ex. It was a failed talking stage, really, is what it was.
Yeah.
It was a failed talking stage.
Yeah.
But
he was supervising the drinks because I have a bar downstairs, so.
And he drank like
5
cups of the
yeah,
spiked.
he was like drunk. Like
he was black, not
like,
blackout, but like
he was like something happens.
Yeah,
whatever.
he was hungover the next day and made cookies and forgot eggs. So he brought them to school and they tasted like dirt. It was actually so funny. I was like,
anyways, the party was crazy and everyone was talking about it, even at other schools. That was a whole thing.
But it was like fun.
It was not fun. I was crying. I had a panic attack. I was on the ground praying. Like. Whatever.
Like, now thinking about it, it's fun.
Now thinking about it, it was for the plot, but people are like, I was looking through this girl's TikTok yesterday, and I was looking in his comments, I don't know, something inside of me said, look in the comments, Cadence. Looked in the comments, it was like, the party on the 28th, it was so bad. And she's like, yeah, for real. Like,
people literally broke into your house to come. Like,
people broke into my house. They broke into my house!
They crawled through the windows in the basement. Like...
It was so bad. And they were like climbing through fences.
I have all the videos. It's actually so funny.
Yeah. If you guys want like a little compilation video, I can post that.
Okay. Starting a business as a woman.
I think that I know someone who has done this. So, Nickeljack!
Hi, this is our in-house psychologist, Dr. Long.
Not a doctor.
But today we're not here to talk about fear like last time. We're going to talk about starting a business as a woman. Tell us about it. You started a business, right? You started
I do have my own business,
Yeah.
yes. What do you want to know?
Where
did you start?
Yeah, what's starting like?
What is starting like? Well, I was working in the field and I decided that I wanted more freedom and to be able to create programs the way that I wanted to create them. And so I decided to start my own business.
Like, when you started, do you think there was a struggle with trying to get people or
To
come to your business and provide you with the services? Like, you provide them with the services? Or do you think it was just immediately right away, you know?
Everybody was like,
Everyone's
yes!
It was like, yeah, I want to go to this.
Well, one of the reasons I started was because I had people come up to me and ask me if I would be their counselor. And so I decided to start a business because of that. And I've had many referrals. But of course, there does come a time where your clients don't need you anymore because they get better. And so, of course, then new clients will need to come in. But mine have been so wonderful. They've referred their friends and family to come and see me. So things are good.
That's perfect.
That's good. Are there any, like, tips that you would have for people who are starting their own business?
Know your product.
Yes.
And know your market. Who is the ideal client?
Okay, so like set your...
Yes, so know who your ideal client...
Sights.
That's right. Know who your ideal client is, know what they want, and know what product you are going to deliver to them.
Okay, thank you. Those amazing
Thank you, Nickeljack.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, Nickeljack. That was great. I love that segment so much.
Okay, next we're talking about raising kids as a single woman. So we don't really have much experience about this.
No, not even our parent.
Not even
Actually,
our
my
parent.
mom, but she's not here.
Yeah. So I think we can give some tips because I've seen a lot of single.
I'm not
mothers.
gonna chime in on this one.
I can try.
I don't trust myself.
I think I can only give a few tips because obviously I'm not a single woman
We don't have kids yet.
We don't have kids
yet.
Sure.
Do you want kids?
To an extent. Anyways.
Oh yeah. Feel that.
My body, my choice.
Yes.
Anyways, so
okay.
I think that definitely something is that you have to trust yourself, and any help that you can get, you have to take. Because I've seen a lot of single women who are like, no, I can do this on my own. I don't need anyone to help me. You need help. If you're in that position where, let's say, your job is like minimum wage, you are struggling to get a house, you're struggling to pay the bills, you're struggling to buy food for your child, watch Ginny and Georgia. Watch Ginny and Georgia.
Learn something. This is our opinion, guys.
This is our opinion.
Please don't get offended.
And don't take some of what we're saying. I know, take it seriously, but like to an extent.
This is a joke, basically.
To an extent.
Yeah.
But like, you need to focus on yourself. Act as if, like, obviously, like, your child's there, but act as if they don't have as much impact on your life as they do. Like, yeah, they're your child, and you still have to be accounted for them, but also, if you think about yourself plus another child that you're trying to raise when you're struggling, then it's just going to get you stressed out. So focus on raising yourself, because your child can always go to childcare. Your child is always going to be, people are going to be open to helping a baby. People are going to be open to helping a cute little child. But if you're asking for help, no one's going to be like, oh, that's a grown woman, I'm going to give her money. People are going to be like, oh, there's a baby, I feel so bad for the baby, I'm going to help the baby. So if there's any help that your family or your friends or people in the streets could provide you, take it. Because you're never going to know when an opportunity like that's going to come by again.
Yeah.
And on that note, being single.
I love being single.
I love it too, but sometimes I'm just like, no.
Sometimes I just want to cuddle with somebody that's, like, not my mom.
You know, yeah.
Or my grandma, because, like, yeah, but, like, I also do relationship sabotages. I was in a relationship. It was, actually, my last relationship is not a good example. My relationship was a great example. I sabotaged it, but, like, I, like, was like, hey, like, this isn't working out, like, because, like, I felt like I wanted to be single, but then as soon as, like, he was gone out of my life, I was like, I need him, like, I want him, I crave him, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And, like, it's not like I'll probably never hear from him again, so, like, it's not like I can be like, hey, like, can I apologize, like, for what happened, but yeah. I like being single, but also it gets lonely sometimes.
Yeah, like, definitely be appreciative, though, that you don't have to account for another man. Because men can be, like, no, not even man, because most guys at this age are still babies. Like, they're boys. Like, they're boys. That's why I'm like, man of God. Because then they are, they're more grown up. Because they don't think with their dick. They think with their head.
Everybody think with your head. Water break. Drink your water, guys. Go sis.
Your foot is on my crotch.
Sorry, Boogie.
So yeah, definitely, like, be like, yeah, I don't have another boy to account for, but then also it's like, yeah, sometimes I'm just like, I want someone to hold me. Like, I just want to have, like,
I want to hold hands with somebody.
Yeah.
I want somebody to buy me a big teddy bear at the carnival. I want to go to the movies. I want somebody to buy me dinner.
I want someone to buy me books, guys.
Yes!
They're basically like your bank. But here's the thing, I feel like a guy being, like, completely broke is kind of an ick. I know,
but also,
really
like,
bad.
But, like, if he's, like, good with, like, fixing things, like, making gifts, like, I feel like
yeah, but if he's, like, broke and he has no talent, no.
I'd rather have gifts made, like, personalized to me than like, bought a gift.
Yeah. Like, if he made me one of those, like, love letters.
Like, if he writes love letters, he's a keeper.
Periods.
I don't want to talk about this on camera, guys.
I'll talk about it, because I'm bold. So, there are different types of flows, guys. We all know that. There's heavy flow, light flow. But sometimes you get blood clots.
I have to go to the bathroom. BRB girly. You talk about this while I go to the bathroom.
Okay. So, blood clots, guys. So. Okay. So, wearing maxi pads is a really... Sorry, I liked a guy and his name on my phone was Maxi Pad. Shout out to you, Max. I don't care. Anyways, I'm not really gonna get into that whole blood clots thing because it can happen. So if it does happen, don't worry because it happens at some point. It'll happen at like the 1 year mark. Don't be worried about it, okay? When you first get your period, tell someone. Don't just keep it in. I know it might be like weird to tell people, but when I got mine, I told all of my friends. I went downstairs and I told my mom, I showed her. I was like, I don't know, did I get my period? She was like, yeah, you did. And then I told my grandma, and then I was like, don't tell my dad, don't tell my grandpa. They told them, but it wasn't like a big deal. Don't make a big deal out of it if it makes you uncomfortable. If you're like, yay, I'm a woman now, that's great. But then also, you're not a woman when you get your period. It might seem like it, but you're not a woman. It takes a lot of maturing because some girls get their period at 10. Some girls get their period at 11. So you're not a woman when you first get it. Just keep that in mind because a lot of people will be like, yeah, you're a woman now. But you're kind of not. You need a lot of maturing.
Hey, did you get that done?
Yeah, I think that was pretty good. Is there any more topics that we have to talk about?
I want to talk about Christmas, but not in this episode.
Okay, so I think we covered everything.
I think we did.
Okay, that was it for The Secret Life of Jaxie and Cadence, the podcast.
Thank you. Good night. We love you. Mwah.